Hi, everybody. So today we're going to talk about never pay a collection until y'all check these five things. So before y'all think about paying these collections, I want y'all to make sure that y'all checking these things first. Don't just be out here just paying these collections because y'all can save so much money by just checking this first. All right. And if y'all know the game of the collection companies, y'all can bypass so much in terms of, them just harassing them taking advantage of you. You'll know how to make sure that you are not being violated, okay, in terms of your rights. All right. So the five things is this. I don't want to waste a lot of time. Y'all going to get y'all books. The books are down below. Let's get right into everything. Okay. The first thing is I want y'all to see whether or not y'all recognize the debt. Some of y'all may say y'all recognize it, but y'all may not know. So when I say recognize the debt, you want to see, what's the balance on that debt. And sometimes when y'all look and at the debt, they may say like LVV funding and it's a credit one debt. You can be like, okay, wait, hold on. I did have a credit one debt. I don't know if this balance is correct, but see if y'all even recognize it. Some of y'all are just out here just saying, oh, I'll just go ahead and pay it. I'll do a pay for deletion. Y'all don't even recognize the debt. We have identity theft things, and I do have my identity theft book. If y'all have identity theft, y'all need to just make sure that y'all just go the identity theft route. We're not just going to say that the debt is yours. If it's identity theft, deal with it accordingly with identity theft because you can get that account deleted in 5 days. All right. When y'all send letters to the credit bureau, they're supposed to delete this thing in 5 days. So first, see if y'all recognize it. Okay. After y'all see if y'all recognize it or not, see if the balance is correct. Some of y'all can kind of guess what the balance is because usually when y'all have a collection of y'all credit reports, y'all probably still got that charge off on there. The charge off is sometimes to say like the high balance, okay, or maybe y'all had that charge off. Y'all remember what the balance was for that charge off, and now the collection company is coming back for that same balance. For example, if y'all know y'all had a charge off of $1,400, and now this new collection company saying that they got it from that company, whoever that charge off was with, and it's $1,400, you can say, okay, maybe this is theirs, but that don't mean you're gonna pay it. We just trying to check these different things, okay? So you just want to know what the balance is because some of these collection companies, y'all, will add additional fees on there, and then that's going to be a whole nother problem, which we're going to talk about on how to take care of that. If they're trying to add additional fees, whatever they buy it from that company for, like that's how much they're supposed to try to collect. They're not supposed to add additional fees on there, period. Okay, so y'all just want to make sure that y'all are checking that they're not supposed to add additional fees. Okay, and then when y'all remember I told y'all may have like the original credit on y'all credit report, check to see if the original creditor, for example, let's just stay with this $1,400. See if that original creditor is still asking for that $1,400 too. Sometimes y'all will see the original creditor is saying you still owe them 1,400, and then you got this new collection company saying 1,400 too. It's like, hold on, one of y'all get the ads, not both of y'all. So y'all want to make sure that y'all is checking this, and then make sure that it's reporting accurately across all three credit bureaus. This is another thing. So definitely want to check that your creditor, you want to check the charge off, but we want to stick with that collection. See if all three credit bureaus got that same balance on there. Maybe they're going to have a different balance. Okay, so double check the balance that's being reported. See if it's the same on all three credit bureaus. Look at the last data activity because that's the biggest thing you can do to catch up those collection companies with having inaccurate data. They'll have different last data activities. Look at the date open. Okay, and look in some of these collection companies will report like payment history. Y'all ain't got no payment history, or they report like a past due balance. Look and see if these things are reporting because these are going to be the reasons why you need to get that account deleted from y'all credit reports. And then check to see if you need to send them any type of debt validation. So to me, those are the five things that you all need to check. All right. Let me say this too. When it comes down to collections, I'm always thinking if they don't delete the account from the credit reports, I'm suing them. Period. I'm going to sue them. I had two settlements with collection companies because I sued two collection companies. And I can't really talk about those things, but in the future, if this was to happen, I'm suing, period. Okay, I'm going to be suing. And then I also helped other people sue collection companies, and they actually got money from the collection company when they sued them. And then the collection company was able to waive the debt, saying that they no longer owed the money on it. So that's the biggest part. Because y'all know these collection company, for example, we talk about the $1,400. What if you were to sue that collection company? Like, oh, you don't owe us $1,400 no more. We're going to delete it from your credit report. All right. That is amazing. And we're going to give you some money. We're going to mail you a check. What's your address? These are the things that I would rather do when it come down to these collection companies. Some of y'all, before I even think about, oh, I'm going to pay them for do this. No, no, no. I'm going to see what errors they have on the credit reports, and I'm going to actually sue them. And we talk about this stuff inside of my dropping books. We talk about it inside of my Raise Your Credit Score 100 Points in 30 Days book. So if y'all have anything that's going on with collections, then definitely look into this, because I got the debt validation. It's like day number 7 when we talk about it. It come along with a free course, so I kind of go deeper into it. But this is the thing: when y'all have collections on your credit reports, I want y'all to send a letter to the credit bureaus and tell them to remove it. Period. If they don't remove it from the credit bureaus or whoever is still on, say if TransUnion deleted, but Experian and Equifax want to keep it there, you need to send a letter the following month to Experian and Equifax, and then also to that collection company. That's where you're going to send them debt validation, because it's on your credit reports. And when you send a letter to them, I actually just got the letters in a free course, because some of y'all be trying to think about what to say. Use the letter that come along with the free course with the book. The book is cool, but to me, the free course is better, because that's how y'all gonna have them documents. Like I'm saying, all the letters to the credit bureau, you got that. Debt validation, you're going to have that. But the second month, send a letter to that collection company. You actually doing the debt validation. And then to the credit bureaus, you're asking them, hey, send me the documents that the collection company sent you as to why this account get to stay on my credit reports. Okay. But send the letters to them. It's, to me, after those 2 months, I send letters for 2 months, they don't delete it. I'm going to send one final letter letting them know, hey, I'm about to sue you. Okay. We can either go ahead and settle this out. I need some money. I need you to delete the account, and I need you to waive the debt saying I no longer owe it. And a lot of times, y'all, they not finna do it. If they let it stay on your credit reports for 2 months, they're gonna probably try to let it stay on there for another for a third month. So that's when I actually go into the suing process. Which again, I do have my suing to win book down below. I don't really have my books too organized over here on my desk, but it's this book right here, my suing to win book. All right. This is my 4-book bundle, but this one is the Suing to Win book. That's why I tell you guys how to actually sue these companies, how to get them to give you some money, how to get them to delete the account from their credit reports, and how to get them to waive the debt saying that you no longer owe. But that's what y'all need to do with those collections. Y'all need to get them deleted. If they don't delete it, if it was me, I will sue them. And remember too, y'all, because I was talking to one of my clients about this yesterday, because we had sent out the letters letting them know we was going to sue them. So guess what they said? They was like, oh, this collection is no longer with our office. We sent it back to the original creditor and all of this stuff. They don't want to get sued. So that's why I tell y'all, set y'all stuff up correctly so that y'all can get that collection deleted from y'all credit reports. But if it's not deleted from the credit reports, you can still have all of your stuff set up. So if you have to sue, you can sue. Okay, so hopefully that collection, I told them to check yesterday, like, okay, see if it's deleted. If it's not deleted, who cares that you said you're not going to have it no more? You need to delete the account from the credit reports. Hopefully you can go in there and actually sue the company. And the biggest thing is this, y'all, if y'all get the account deleted, okay, his account is deleted. We're not going to cry about that. But it would be best if you can sue them, so you don't have to worry about once that account is deleted, oh, they can just sell it to a new company, because that's what they like to do. They like to just sell it to a new company, and now you got to fight with this new company and try to get them to delete it from your credit report. So I would really like if they just go ahead and just just leave it on there. If y'all gonna play games, just leave it on there, play games with me. Let me go ahead and sue, and then we'll settle after I sue you. I just love that. I'm not gonna lie about that. All right. So I do have some questions. So let me go ahead and answer these questions. If y'all have any questions, go ahead and put them down below. Should I pay a collection as soon as it appear on my credit report? No, if a collection appear on my credit report, I'm gonna do a dispute first. I'm gonna dispute it with all 3 credit bureaus or whoever reporting it first to try to see if I can get that thing deleted. After doing 3 months of letters, that's when I'm actually going to sue the company, and that's where my suing to win book come in at right here. I'm going to actually sue them. I already sued 2 collection companies. I'm not going to play with these collection companies, and I have actually helped other people sue. All right, and then worst case scenario is they already suing you. I have helped somebody that was already in sued by the collection turn around and sue that company. So we're not going to play any games about that. What are the 5 things I should check before paying a collection? The 5 things that you should check before paying a collection is whether you even know what that debt is, see if you even recognize it, check to see if the balances are correct, check to see if the original creditor is reporting a balance on that account also, and then check to see if that collection has inaccuracies. Check to see if there's errors on that account. And then check to see if you need to send any type of debt validation out to them, which is most likely. You're probably going to do that the second month after you try to see if the credit bureaus can actually remove that account. How do I know whether a collection actually belongs to me? You know, I think stranger danger. I say stranger danger. If y'all ever hear me say that, that means I don't know you. I need to look. Like I don't know who you are. Yeah, I don't know what this is too, because I use it in different cases. In this case, y'all, when it come down to a collection, I don't care. Say, for example, we talking about this $1,400 collection. What if it was with Credit One Bank? A new collection coming saying you owe money. You don't know that company for real. They need to send you documents. So you gonna know whether or not you owe it when they actually send you all of the documents and they actually send you documents showing how they actually bought this debt and how you tied to the debt. Other than that, you don't know it. Some of these companies be sending y'all a statement and y'all like, oh, that is my last statement. You don't even know when the statement come out because you don't even look at your statements. They got a lot of us getting our statements. I know me for sure. Getting our statement online, we don't even get our statements in person. So you don't even know where the statement came from. You know what I mean? But you need to have actual documents to say like this is actually your debt. You don't know. You know, we're not going to play the guessing game with these companies. You're going to know if you actually owe that debt when they actually send you the correct documents, period. Okay. What should I do if I don't recognize the collection company? If you don't recognize the collection company, it's on your credit report. I will send a letter to all three credit bureaus, period. If you know that it's all over identity theft, like you never had Credit One, and when you look on like Credit Karma and they say, oh, this collection is with LVMV funding and it's with Credit One Bank, you never had no Credit One. So for that case, I would do like the identity theft. I would just straight up just do identity theft. I would get a police report, FTC report, send it into the credit bureaus. That account should be deleted in 5 days. Okay. If you just don't recognize it, like, oh, I did have Credit One, but I don't know. Send a letter to the credit bureaus and tell them to remove it. But I wouldn't do the identity theft part because it could be yours. Identity theft is like, I never had Credit One. It's no way this is mine. It's one of those situations. Okay. How can I find out who the original creditor was? Usually you can find out who the original creditor was when you actually send a letter to the company. Y'all, when it comes down to these collections, y'all have to think about the legal part of it. You're innocent until proven guilty. You don't know who this collection company is, y'all. Y'all know how many collection companies actually get in trouble for trying to collect debt on, from people where it's not even really their debt and they're still going after them trying to collect it, even after they know it's not their debt. So y'all have to always think stranger danger. I don't even know these companies or whatever. I don't even know this company. Y'all need to send me the document. Who is this debt from? Don't try to fill in blanks for these companies. Let them fill in all the blanks that they can. Okay, you can find that out by sending a letter to them because that's the part of the debt validation. Okay, and y'all get the debt validation for free in a lot of my courses. And then I think it's like day number 7 of my Raise Your Credit Score 100 points in 30 days book. What if a collection is on a report on one bureau? You still gonna treat them accordingly in terms of you're gonna tell that bureau to delete it. If they don't want to delete it, you're gonna tell the companies to delete it. And the bureau again, if they don't want to delete it, I will sue. I don't care if it's reporting on 1, 3, I don't care. It needs to come off of there. Collection just a hard hit. Is no like collection is just bad. Just like a bankruptcy is just bad. It's just no good that come out of these accounts, period. Just drop your credit score, you got to get that off of there. What is debt validation? Debt validation is when y'all asking these companies for certain documents to validate that you actually owe the debt, the amount of the debt, who the debt even came from. That's what debt validation is. Inside of the free course, y'all have that debt validation letter. When y'all look on there, y'all will see like all of the documents that I'm basically telling the collection company to give you. Okay, so you basically asking the collection company to send you all of these documents, because with all these documents you can determine whether you actually owe the debt, whether they even own the debt, like you even owe them money, because you may owe some money but it may not be to them. So you need to make sure that you are definitely doing that debt validation. When should I request debt validation? I'm not trying to be your lawyer and I'm not trying to give y'all legal advice, but as soon as they actually give y'all this, as soon as they actually send y'all something in the mail, y'all have to actually send them something directly. Y'all have to send that debt validation. So if they send you something saying, hey, we got a new debt for you for $1,400, you have 30 days to actually respond to them. All right. If you don't respond to them, they're going to try to put on your credit report. They're going to put it on your credit report. And then if it's on your credit report, then you have to ask the credit bureaus to remove it first. And then after the credit bureau say that it's verified, they're going to keep it. Then you can send out debt validation to them. Don't, if it's on your credit reports, you pass that letter stage. Don't just think, oh, I'm going to go ahead and just send them a letter. No, don't do that. You need to actually go the way of the credit bureaus. All right. Okay, I don't know what y'all talking about over there, but y'all have to make sure that y'all doing it the correct way. Should I dispute a collection with the credit bureaus or contact the creditor first? It just depends. If it's on your credit report, you have to talk to the credit bureaus first, period. That's what it is. I took a collection class and they was talking about if a company, it mean not a company, if a person would actually sue you, if they they talk to you first and you never got anything from the credit bureaus, you know, you can ignore them and all this stuff, y'all. That's why y'all should just talk to the credit bureau if it's on your credit report. If it's not on your credit report, then y'all could talk to that collection company directly. Okay. But if it's on your credit report, you got to talk to the credit bureau first, send them the first letter, tell them to delete the account from your credit report. What information should I ask a debt collector to provide? It's a whole list of things that I tell y'all to ask them for. And when y'all get the raise your credit score 100 points in 30 days, also like my strongest 75 and my Sue to Win book, or like if you see like my 4-book bundle, if y'all can see it over here, y'all have that debt validation letter. It's a whole list of things that y'all should ask them for. Okay. But mainly you want them to be able to provide documents to say how you owe them money, how they even own the debt. Okay. And then when they got this debt, how much it is, you want all of the information in regards to this, because y'all have something called the statute of limitation. So some of this debt, y'all may not even know that they can't sue you for it. So you may be thinking about paying them, but they can't sue you. So all you really need to do, if it was me, all I would really worry about, they can't sue me. All I would be worried about is getting deleted from my credit reports, because you can't sue me and I'm not going to pay it probably. So I would be worried about just trying to get it deleted from the credit reports. What should I do with the documents the collector send back? Whatever they send y'all, y'all need to just make sure y'all keep it. If y'all got a file cabinet, just keep it. Y'all never know when they want to show up. Again, y'all don't know what tactics. They may turn around and sue you a year later or something like that. If you keep the documents that they sent you after you asked them to send certain documents, you can use that in court possibly. Okay, so whatever they give you, make sure that you keep it. Just make sure that you keep it. Sometimes too, if y'all not that good at keeping documents, just take pictures of it. Y'all know y'all can search y'all history. I know with me, I have so many photos. I'm like, I remember I took a photo at that one run. Let me find that photo from 2 years ago, 3 years ago. If y'all just take pictures of it, y'all can just scroll and just have it. And then y'all can throw it in the garbage, because we keeping photos around here like crazy in our phones. At least I am. I don't know about y'all. But yeah, just take a picture of it and throw it in the garbage. If y'all don't want to do anything, just take a picture of it, because y'all never know when y'all gonna need it. Okay. What if the collector can't provide enough information about the account? If they can't provide enough information, y'all, if it was me, I would just sue them. I'm not gonna play games with these collection companies. All right. And I learned about this too with just looking up a lot of cases. If they can't provide the documents, that's the whole reason why it's a whole lawsuit. Okay. And then you go to court, you're gonna find out they can't provide the documents in court either. That's why y'all need to go ahead and settle. They need to go ahead and give you some money. They need to go ahead and delete the account from your credit reports. They need to go ahead and waive the debt and say you no longer owe that debt. Okay. That's the whole reason. Okay. What if the collection company never responds to me? Make sure that no matter what y'all doing, y'all send all of y'all stuff certified mail. This right here is a certified receipt. Make sure that y'all sending y'all stuff certified mail, so y'all don't care whether or not they gonna respond or not, because you're tracking them. They have to respond. Period. Y'all know how sometimes y'all get served and y'all don't go to court and y'all still get in trouble. Y'all may still get a default judgment because they told y'all and y'all didn't show up. It's the same thing when they come down to these collection companies. Hey, I tried to reach out to you. I tracked that I sent you something. You failed to respond. And that ain't my fault. I tracked it. I sent it to you and you didn't act accordingly. You need to delete it from my credit report. If you ain't trying to delete my credit report, I need to go ahead and sue you. Okay. So that's how y'all need to look at it as. Should I send my debt validation request certified mail? Yes. Everything y'all send these collection companies, y'all need to send them certified mail. All right. Period. Y'all need to always think, if I'm going to talk to them or even the credit bureau, send a certified mail, period. And I really suggest that y'all read my Sue to Win book, because when it come down to y'all credit, this may be something that help y'all out so much. So this right here is my Suing to Win book. My Suing to Win book is how I teach you guys how to actually get money for them companies by suing them, how to get them to delete that debt from your credit report. So this is the Suing to Win book right here. Okay, so if these companies refuse to do what they need to do, y'all need to make sure that y'all are thinking about taking action. And I tell y'all all the time, make sure that y'all send stuff out certified mail, because these companies can play all I'll play so many games with y'all all day. And if y'all making sure that y'all sending y'all stuff out correctly, then y'all will be like, you know what? If they want to play games with me, I can bear to sue them, and y'all can move on with y'all life. All right. What record should I keep when dealing with a collection company? Let me start from the top, y'all. So when you're dealing with a collection company, any letter that you send them, make sure you keep a copy of it, period. So any letter that you're sending them, make sure you keep a copy of it. Also, if I were you, keep all of your certified receipts. This is gonna be important. Usually when y'all see y'all stuff certified, y'all gonna have this part and they'll stamp it here and you'll put the address here. Keep all of your certified receipts that you actually send out. Another thing is any response that you get from them or from the credit bureau. So whatever they send you, keep all of that. Okay. And then also when it comes down to collection companies, if y'all ever have any denials, this is going to be to me the most important thing, honestly. Dispute letters and all that, that's important, but y'all need denials. If y'all trying to sue these companies, y'all need to show damages. So I would keep any type of denial. Like if you apply for a credit card and they say, oh, you couldn't get approved because you got derogatory accounts in your credit reports. What's derogatory? All that collection. Keep that, because if you go ahead and sue them, at least you can have these documents to show, hey, listen, I've been trying to get this deleted. They didn't want to delete it. Now I can't even get approved for a credit card. I can't even get approved for a house because of them. Whatever the case may be. I got approved for a car, but I got 24% interest. I could have got a better interest rate. The car companies I wanted, they kept denying me. So I ended up having to go with this horrible car company. I went going with Exeter Finance or something like that because I had no choice because of this collection on my credit report. So that's what I would keep. Okay. What if the same debt appears twice on my credit report? It's public records that my last lawsuit with a collection company, I did. I gotta be choicey with my words, y'all. I gotta be choicey with my words. My last lawsuit, because I gotta only talk about stuff that's public. Um, the public part of it, I did say that it was a debt on there for the same amount on the same bureau. Okay. So sometimes y'all may see like duplicate reportings, and I'm not even talking about my lawsuit right now. Let me just talk about it openly because I learned about this in general. I just didn't know that I will come that close. It will hit that close to home. But with duplicate accounts, y'all may see that same exact debt on your credit report twice. So if they say you owe $1,400, you'll see that same company say you owe $1,400, and it's not on like, oh, you owe $1,400 for TransUnion saying and Experian saying and Equifax saying. It will be something like Experian, that same company say you owe $1,400. Okay. And a lot of times you'll see that it has different account numbers, but like what's the chances of me having different account numbers for the same amount, like with the same company? Like that may be a duplicate account on your credit report. What if two different collection companies appear to be reporting the same debt? Then you want to, again, stranger danger. Y'all don't know who these people is talking to y'all anyway when coming out to these collection companies. Y'all want to make sure that y'all are sending a credit bureau letter and y'all doing debt validation. And then if it was me, if I was doing a lawsuit, I'll be suing all three credit bureaus or whoever reporting the debt, and then I'll be suing them two collection companies together, and I'll let them figure it out. Who did wrong? Because we don't know, y'all. They're reporting stuff about us. Y'all gotta think about it like this. When it come down to these credit bureaus, y'all, they're reporting stuff about us, stuff that we probably don't even know because we're not tracking our finances correctly a lot of times. Y'all not keeping track on what collection company is doing, is what charge off you had, what was the balance on it. They're reporting this stuff about us. So we sometimes don't even know what's 100% correct. We got to get documents from the original company, which is the one that's even telling the credit bureaus about us. Okay, so y'all don't even know. So when it come down to like if two collections is reporting the same debt, we don't know who this, original creditor sold it to. We don't know what documentation they have about this debt. We don't know. So that's why y'all need to make sure that y'all doing y'all dispute letters, doing y'all debt validation, because that's how you're gonna find some of this stuff out. And if they refuse to delete it, I will sue. Especially if they ain't even got that debt and they trying to collect on it. You know, some of these collection companies may have sold it to a new company and they still trying to come after you for that debt. I would just sue them. I won't play any games with them. Can a collection have the wrong dates on my credit reports? They have the wrong dates all the time. If y'all want to find, like, if y'all feel like, oh, nothing's wrong with this collection, Keita, everything look perfect. Look at the last date activity. Your last date activity for your collection, if you never made a payment with that collection company, is supposed to be before the day open. Your last date activity is the first day that you became delinquent or the last time you made a payment on that account. And this is the original creditor a lot of times, y'all, because y'all ain't paid this collection company. It got to go from the original creditor. The last time you made a payment is probably with your original creditor, or the first day that you became delinquent, that's definitely with the original creditor. That's the first day you were supposed to pay your account, you didn't. That's the beginning of you being 30 days late, 60 days late, 90 days late. So your last day of activity is supposed to be before the day open when it come down to these collections. So if you seeing that that's not the case, then y'all need to go ahead and tell that collection company they need to go ahead and delete. And they don't delete it, y'all sue them. Like, that's it. That's all. It's nothing else y'all need to talk about with that. If they don't want to delete it, just sue them, because y'all can go back and forth. This collection company doing this, they do this all the time. It's just that you just playing games with them by sending letters back and forth. You're wasting your time. You probably need to just sue them. What should I do if a collection doesn't belong to me at all? If it don't belong to you at all, do the identity theft. Don't play games with the company. Just straight identity theft. Period. Like, it's nothing y'all need to talk about. Just straight identity theft. Y'all know when y'all do identity theft and y'all send this letter to the credit bureaus, because this is a book. I talk about identity theft. I talk about, hey, if they don't want to delete it, just basically sue the company. But this book come with a free course, which I have the dispute letters that y'all can actually send to the credit bureaus. Y'all have the dispute letters that y'all can actually send to the companies. That's what I really like about this book. And then I actually go over the whole book in like a master class. But when y'all send a letter to the credit bureaus and y'all have y'all FTC and y'all police report in there, FTC affidavit, y'all they supposed to delete that account within 5 days. So, like, if it's don't belong to you at all, is y'all not supposed to be developing a headache about it. Like, it is what it is. They supposed to delete that thing in 5 days. And then what if the collection is a result of identity theft? Again, if it's identity theft, y'all, do y'all FTC report, do y'all police report. Make sure y'all have a copy of this book, because I have a letter that y'all can actually send out. Y'all have a free course that come along with this. Send the letter to the credit bureau after you have your police report, your FTC report. Send that stuff to them too. They supposed to delete the account in 5 days. This go down to a collection. This go down to like a charge off. Any account that is not yours. Period. Within 5 days, they're supposed to remove it from your credit reports. Will paying the collection automatically remove it from my credit report? No, they're just going to update it as it's paid, it's settled. It's going to stay on your credit report. Only way it's going to get deleted is if you do like a pay for deletion letter or you dispute it. Is other than that, it's gonna stay on your credit report. Will paying a collection automatically increase my credit score? No, your credit score is just gonna stay where it's at. What's gonna increase your credit score is when that collection is removed. Period. Should I negotiate before paying a legitimate collection? I would negotiate in court. Personally, I wouldn't be negotiating with a collection company outside of court, because y'all have to understand that these companies don't have the correct documents. So if they don't have the correct documents, I want to go to court, because then the judge will see you ain't got the correct documents, and then you're gonna want to go ahead and settle once you realize that I know what I'm doing, I know what I'm talking about. So I'll negotiate on that side after I actually sue you, because I'm gonna tell you to give me some money, say delete the account from my credit report and waive the debt. If you say I owe you anything, waive it. I don't want to hear about this debt anymore. Okay. What is a pay for deletion? And does a collector have to agree to one? A collection company don't have to agree to this. Some companies already have it, like portfolio recovery. As soon as you settle the debt with them, y'all, they automatically delete it from your credit report. It's just part of their rules. You can see it on their website and stuff like that. But a pay for deletion is when you agree to pay the company whatever you agree upon, they're agreeing to delete it from your credit reports. Okay, so you're going to pay them and they're going to go ahead and delete it from the credit report. I haven't done a pay for deletion before, but like knowing what I know now, I never do a pay for deletion. You can pay me and then delete it. Like, that's how I'm looking at it. I'm gonna sue you. I'm not gonna play games with these collection companies. um should I get a payment or settlement agreement in writing before sending money? Y'all gotta understand, if y'all doing pay for deletion and y'all talking over the phone. I remember when I first started learning about this stuff, y'all used to be like, "Oh, don't send them any money until they actually send you a contract." Da, da, da. That whole conversation, y'all can record it on y'all end. they're recording on the end. That whole conversation is an agreement. Hey, if I pay so and so, you're gonna delete it. Now, usually if you go to court, you need to get that in writing and make sure that it's signed by both parties. Like that's what I would do. And that's all I'm all about, just making sure that I'm doing it in writing in court. Period. But if y'all not in court, y'all just over the phone, you probably doing a paper deletion or something like that. They're probably not going to send you an agreement. I don't see a lot of these companies sending agreements, but again, I don't even suggest this anymore. I don't know totally what's going to happen, y'all. For me, what I would do, I would just sue them, and I know I'm going to get an agreement. We got to sign a settlement agreement because we got to tell the judge that we got a settlement, and we attaching this notice of settlement. Basically, we notifying the judge that, hey, we settled, you ain't got to worry about us anymore. And then the judge gonna be like, hey, y'all got 60 days to finalize y'all final agreement, and then I'm dismissing it. All right. But that's the way I like to go. What is the biggest mistake people make when dealing with collections? Just agreeing about certain debts. Y'all probably just be agreeing on certain debts or just going with the flow instead of being hard on these collection companies. Some of y'all having y'all mind that y'all gonna pay them, and I just don't believe in any of that. Like I don't believe in any of that. I think that's the biggest thing. Some people like it is nothing. I'm just going to go ahead and pay it. It is something because you got credit card debt. That money that you're trying to pay to this collection company, you can use this to pay off your credit card debt. And if you play your cards right and you actually get money from that collection company, you can use that money to pay off the debt. And you ain't got to ever worry about this company trying to sell a debt again because you actually sued them and you got in writing that they'll never sell it again. Some of y'all think that y'all just going to go ahead and just do dispute letters, but y'all, if y'all just do dispute letters, they can sell it to a new company. Now you got to worry about a new company coming back trying to get you to pay this debt. Okay. If I have several collections, how do I decide which account to investigate first? Investigate them all at the same time. When y'all do y'all dispute letters to the credit bureaus, you should tell them all three credit bureaus hey, these are the accounts that I am disputing. So I have my 70 dispute letter book right here, and I do have like a letter for like the collection companies in here. Okay, so if y'all know y'all got that collection, you can go ahead and get that collection letter in here, and then y'all, here it is right here. And then where it says like your account number, let me just look on here because this is the one that y'all is gonna be looking at. But when where you see where it says account name right here and account number, and then dispute errors, you can just put all of your accounts there. You'll just keep copying it depending on how many accounts you have. Okay, so that's where you guys are going to be just copying it at. So if you have 4 collections, you'll do that 4 times, the account name and account number and the reason why I need to get deleted. You're gonna do that 4 separate times on that letter. Okay, you don't have to send in one letter for every different account. I remember I went to a post office, I've seen a lady doing that. She was like, she has so many different letters. I don't know, just watch stuff on the internet, I guess, because I remember being there. You gotta try everything. You don't know. We all don't know until we actually try and we get smarter. But she had it where like she had multiple charge-offs collections. She sent a one letter, like one company, like say if it's Credit One Bank, she'll put Credit One Bank and then she'll make a letter for TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. Then she'll go to the next one, Capital One for TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. That's 6 letters already. Now, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, 3 letters you're gonna send out, you're gonna send a certified mail. If you got these collections, you'll put LVNV funding on there. You're gonna put ERC on there. You're gonna put AmeriCollect on there. Whoever it is, you're gonna put all them collections on like one letter and send it into the credit bureaus. And if y'all also have like y'all creditors, y'all can put y'all creditors on there too. Y'all can put everything. Y'all can put y'all bankruptcy on that one letter. I would put everything on that one letter. Okay, I would just do it all at one time. That's what I would personally do. But yeah, y'all, that's what I think that you guys should do when it come down to these collections. If y'all have any questions when it come down to the collections, please let me know. Cause I'm just what you call it, infinity stones. I feel like I'm collecting infinity stones by learning more about these companies, learning how to make them do certain things. Like I am learning so much and I just would not go back no more. How many items can you put on one letter? I don't have a limit. I don't have a limit. I remember one time I put like 50 accounts on one letter and like 30 of the accounts came off. So I don't have a limit at all. If y'all learn from some of these companies, they're gonna tell y'all, oh, only put 5 accounts on there. I found out they only said put 5 accounts on there because they want people to stay with the collection, not with the collection company, but with the credit repair company longer. And I'm not into any of that. Like, no. I always want to see how many accounts can I get deleted, and that has been my record because I ain't seen nobody with that many accounts in a long time. Like one bureau, you got 50 accounts. What the heck was going on? How did you even get all of these companies to even give you credit after you messed up with one, but I will put them all on there. Like, I don't care because you're going to find when you put them all on there after your first letter, if you never did it before, a lot of them accounts are going to come off, and then you're going to figure out which ones you need to actually focus on now because your second month you're going to send a letter to all of the companies, period. So the first month you're going to just send a letter to the credit bureaus. You're going to see what's going to come off, what's going to stay, and then the second month you want to send a direct letter for every single company. The credit bureau, send them a letter, but you also want to send a letter for every single company. Okay. I'm right with you. Happy when you announced law school too. Oh, thank you so much. I decided to take a year off with going to law school. I sent my client to an attorney, and that's when I learned more about what's going to happen, y'all. When I actually become a lawyer, y'all, all of this stuff where I'm like, oh, sue the company and get at least 3, 4, 5, $6,000 per company, y'all. The lawyers, when I become a lawyer, because what I see other lawyers doing, I don't know if it's based off of fees or what's going on. The lawyers are taking that money in terms of it's not that they're just taking your money, it's they're going to come up with so many fees because they're charging 450 an hour. They're charging 175 an hour for paralegals or 250 an hour for paralegals, whatever it is, they're gonna bill so many hours that that money that you could have gotten is now going to go to the lawyer. Okay. No, they're not. So actually with this is not a 33%. This is not a 33% thing. Usually in a car accident or something like that, they take 33%. No, they're taking billable hours. Okay. So say with your car accident thing, you do a car accident, even if their hours go over it at 33%, they just want to get 33%, period. No, this is not it. This is the kind of thing where every time you're talking to your lawyer is charging you 450 an hour. You think the charge is talking and y'all getting the case done? No, no, no. When they actually get settlements back, say if they do get $5,000 from one of the companies, all right, off the top, the lawyer want to get their hours, and they're going to get multiple checks from multiple companies, but off the top, they want their billable hours. And then when in the case where I sent my client to a lawyer, because I always planned on just doing referrals and sending y'all all to lawyers. That's always been my plan. Y'all, the lawyers are not suing correctly either. They're not suing correctly. I don't want to say correctly. They're not suing the way that I would sue. Okay, and I have helped other people too, and they're not even suing that way. Like the one client, this is what made me say I'm gonna take a year off of school. I sent my um client to a lawyer. They did not sue correctly. I'm thinking, okay, you're gonna sue all 3 credit bureaus, you're gonna sue every company, no, 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 they sue one credit bureau, that's it. Okay, they didn't even sue the company either. So now it's like, okay, now we got to go back and do this correctly. And then also too, they tried to X me out of it, so I couldn't talk to them directly. So, and then too, the money that they did get back, they're like, oh, no, 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 the client is only, this is what she said. And a lot of lawyers are like this too. I just didn't send them to the lawyers that outright said it. I guess she did hers in like a little sneaky way or whatever. But she basically said the client, based off of the law, I don't want to hear nothing about the law because if you did yourself, you keep all the money yourself. But she said, based off the law, the client is obligated to $100 to $1,000. Okay, and it's like, no, 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 no. You've been better off doing the case yourself, literally. Okay, I already have somebody that's over $12,000, and they did it themselves, so they not thinking about no $100 to $1,000, and they got waiver of debts, money in their pocket. You know what I mean? So I would rather be behind the scenes and helping people than to do that. Yeah, yeah, because why have them do it? And then what if they not doing it the correct way? You feel like you got to educate this lawyer. A lot of lawyers don't even take these cases. So for one thing, y'all don't want to really take these cases. And the lawyers that do take the cases, you're not even doing it correctly. And then when you do take the case, you're going to take all the money. I also just did it myself. And all 3 of my cases, I did do myself. Even when I talked to lawyers. They was like, "Oh, we're not going to be able to get you anything back." Da, 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 da. Okay, good. Just get on up on my face, like just get on my face. And the reason why they say they can't get you anything back is because the money that they are going to get is going in their pockets. I can see why. But now I'm kind of busting it open and telling y'all, no, do it yourself. Get this, and that. And I'm actually helping people now, and they're actually doing these different things. But this always been my plan to help. But I just thought that I needed to be a lawyer to fully be able to help, and now I'm figuring out a way that I can help people in a sense, so that y'all keep y'all money, because I just don't like that. Yeah, I just don't like it. You knew it. What part did you know? But I don't even like it. So I just like the way everything going right now. Go ahead and get y'all check, because when y'all get y'all check, that can help y'all if y'all want to put down payment on a house. Y'all got money to put a down payment on a house. The credit card that you have, you can pay off some of your credit card debt. So that's the way that I like to just have it. I know they didn't want to take the case because they were going to take all the money. Yeah, yeah. Good morning, Marvia. Yeah, that it is what it is. That is what it is. That's just how it works. That is how it works. But that's why I tell y'all, like, this is just what it is. And I've been through it enough to know, like, this is just what it is. Just do it yourself. Go through the process of doing it. And, if it takes 6 months, go ahead and let it take 6 months. But at least know you got a check coming, your credit gonna be cleared. And, if you did owe some money, you ain't got to worry about it no more. They gonna waive the debt. You ain't got to worry about a new company having it. Okay. So just go through the motions and get that stuff done. But one of my clients have to do we got to get their paperwork together, like a request for production. When they ask for certain documents, we ask them for certain documents, but they got to get that stuff done. So it's 11 o'clock. I have my call, y'all. I had a great time talking to y'all. If y'all had a collections, that's how y'all should deal with them. Like, I just know how collections is, y'all. If I ever have a problem with a collection, this is what I'm doing. I'm not doing anything else. So I can't tell y'all do anything that I wouldn't do. Okay, perfect. I'm just straight up suing. Period. I'm not going to be playing games. I'm not talking to them. I'm not doing any of that. I'm just straight up suing. Give you some time, you'll be back. You got 2 years. You cool. 2 years from the first time we sent disputes. So y'all have statute of limitations. Y'all got 2 years from the first time that y'all actually send out a dispute letter to actually take action and sue. So y'all got time. Y'all got time. But it's definitely gonna be a thing where you gotta do this, you gotta do that. So just make sure y'all ready for it. But let me get on this call. Y'all don't want to be late. It's 11 o'clock. I will talk to you all later on. Okay. So bye bye everybody. I will talk to you all soon.